morning, class. Miss Emma, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family. Right, welcome to English 102. My name is Leslie Rajal, and I'm an international law student. Right, I'll be presenting on ADR, Alternative Dispute Resolution, under the motion subtopic mediation. Right, my opinion is right. Solving disputes is more effective when using mediation. Right?
I need a little favor. The background music has to be a little so I can hear you. There you go.
Right? Solving disputes is more effective when using mediation. Right? In accordance to Spencer D. and Brogan M. 2006 in the book Law and Mediation Practice, it states that mediation is a method of alternative dispute resolution that is found outside the courtroom or tribunal, where conflicting parties sought the assistance of a third party which is neutral to try and solve their dispute. Right? Hence, mediation is the most effective way over other ways such as early court evaluation, arbitration, conciliation, negotiation.
Leslie, I'm very distracted by the music.
Okay.
Because it's not suitable. Maybe you like it very much, but it's not suitable for your topic. Have you noticed?
Right. Sorry. Right. So some of you might be having this question in mind that if mediation doesn't follow a set method or measure, or it doesn't compel parties to come into an agreement, then what is the point of me picking the opinion that mediation is the only measure? Right? Number one, it is relatively inexpensive. That's the point number one. Seeing a case through trial is an expensive proposition. Right? Moving on to my point number two. It is relatively simple and swift. What do we mean by this? There is no dearth of mediators, like in the court procedures when a court lawyer dies, you need to sort another person. Ready and willing mediators are always there to help and assist to try and solve the issue. Point number two is that mediation doesn't run under a clogged court schedule. Right? In a court, you have to follow some certain schedules, but this one does not run under a clogged schedule. It can be done under the convenience of the mutual parties that are in conflict. Then there are no complex procedural or evidential rules that need to be followed. Right? In contrast, there are also other methods that can be used as alternative dispute resolution, such as arbitration, conciliation, and court evaluation, and also negotiation. But still, back to my opinion, mediation still remains the utmost method of alternative dispute resolution due to the fact that I've pointed earlier on, such as flexibility, simplicity, and swiftness, and the inexpensive party. Right. In a nutshell, it is crystal clear that mediation remains the utmost measure of alternative dispute resolution, since settlements that are reached through a settlement are more or likely to be agreed upon than court-imposed decisions. And also, party obligations under the agreement are more likely to be fulfilled than the obligations that are imposed in a court. Right? I think that's the end of my presentation. Any questions, additions, comments, subtractions?
Actually, I remember this topic being discussed before, and another international law student was arguing that it's not that cheap.
That's okay.
Because, why it's not that cheap? Because if there is no kind of resolution, then you have to go to trial. But again, bringing in, say it, there is something like that, right? You can bring in a judge.
Yeah, if it fails.
Aha, but then the expenses are on you,
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
yeah,
If
but
I am, right?
in most cases, mostly the cases that are brought under mediation, there are such cases that people can, they are not those like death involved, cases that involve death. Maybe there are trials whereby somebody builds a house that is invading other cases. Yes. So most probably, when you sought for a third party, which is, most of the cases that are brought under mediation, they are general cases that doesn't involve those evidentiary or court procedures.
Yes, but don't forget, neighbors can be vicious.
Exactly.
And when it comes to property, like you just mentioned, even a foot, a foot, or like even 10 centimeters, at the end, property is equivalent to money. So negotiations, I don't know if they go that well and easily are covered. I mean, is it the same thing as like, because there's just two parties there.
Three parties. There are two conflicting parties, then they sought a third neutral party, which doesn't know anybody between those people.
And you expect that person to decide for you.
Yeah, that person, you tell the person, each part will tell the person the side of the story. Then that person will be, maybe, if it's an issue on architecture, there are mediators on architecture. They know more about the case that